Live from KTVN Reno, you're watching 2 News at 4.
Rest assured that the Sheriff's Office is doing everything that we can to find who committed these crimes.
Extremely scary here. 2 women are dead and a killer remains on the loose. Now the Douglas County community is on edge and looking for answers. Crime Beat tops 2 News at 4 o'clock. 2 homicides within 5 days of each other has led authorities to believe that the same person or people are responsible for the recent crimes in Douglas County. I'm Kristen Remington.
And I'm Ariana Bennett. Thank you for being with us. Well, definitely a scary situation in a very close-knit community. So we'll take a look at where it all happened. The first woman, 56-year-old Connie Kuntz, was found dead inside her home on James Road sometime between Wednesday night and Thursday morning. And over the weekend, deputies announced they found another woman, 74-year-old Sophia Rankin, killed in a home on Dresslerville Road, less than a mile from the original place. We have team coverage on this ongoing investigation tonight. Paul Nelson spoke with residents in the area who say they are on edge. But first, we're going to go to Ryan Canada, who's live at the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. You have the latest on the investigation. Ryan, do we have any new developments?
Well, Ari, I just got off the phone not too long ago with Undersheriff Ron Elges, who tells me that currently, right now, there is no information other than what they shared with us this morning at a press conference at 9 a.m. Now, it was at that press conference where Sheriff Dan Coverly, he says that because of the similarity in how the suspect entered the 2 homes, and because of the age and gender of the 2 victims, that there is a strong possibility that the same suspect committed both of these crimes. However, currently, there is no description of who this suspect may be. Flowers lie on the front yard of this home on James Road. And just about a mile away, police officers and FBI investigators are inside and around this house on Dresslerville Road collecting forensics evidence. The 2 sites are the locations where Connie Kuntz and Sophia Rankin were killed in just the last several days.
There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason why this is occurring.
There does not appear to be any signs of forced entry at the homes, and yet authorities say a suspected killer was not let inside the 2 residences willingly either.
The possibility exists that they specifically identified these 2 ladies because they thought they lived alone.
The Douglas County Sheriff's Office is not releasing information on the types of weapons used in either crime, but the intensive investigation into why this happened continues. And for now, their priority is to focus on finding this individual as fast as they can before anyone else gets hurt.
Working hard. The men and women of the Douglas County Sheriff's Office are doing their very best, and I am confident that we will figure out who and why this occurred.
And the Sheriff's Office says they are currently sifting through surveillance footage that may have been in the neighborhoods of those 2 homes, trying to find any information and anything that they may have seen on the nights of those 2 killings. Now, they've also been receiving hundreds and hundreds of tips from the community, and for that reason, they've actually reached out to us and they want us to share with you that they've created a tip line. You can call that number Monday through Friday, and all you have to do is call that number you see right there on your screen. Now, it's just a matter of working with all this information, whether it be the surveillance footage, forensics evidence, or these tips that the community is sharing with them so that they can try to track down this killer. Covering the story live in Douglas County, Ryan Canada, 2 News.
It's just terrifying, Ryan. Okay, and let's head over to Paul Nelson now. He spoke with Gardnerville residents about these homicides. Paul.
So, Paul, how are they handling all of this?
Yeah, Kristen and Ari, they're scared, as you would expect. And to give you an idea, Douglas County only has about 1 homicide every 2 years. So to have 2 of them within just a few days of each other is very unusual. And not knowing who's responsible and why these crimes happened really has this community on edge. The Gardnerville Ranchos is a quiet neighborhood in Douglas County, so the news that 2 women were killed is hitting residents a little too close to home.
It's been terrifying. Everybody's been hyper vigilant. Everybody's just been on edge.
John Sheridan lives just down the street from the home where Connie Kuntz was killed. With the killer on the loose, he's thinking about taking his family to a hotel for the night.
It's one of the things where until somebody's found, I don't know if I feel comfortable having them around.
The Douglas County Sheriff is asking residents to be vigilant and pay close attention to unusual activity in their neighborhoods, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Arming ourselves, checking on our neighbors who are elderly, old, who might be alone, just communicating with our neighbors constantly throughout the day.
We keep our doors locked at nights and stuff. So, and I've made sure my daughter who lives next door to me has her lights on at night too.
Residents say these crimes have turned this town upside down. Some are even afraid to go outside just for a few minutes.
This is the first time ever in my life I've been afraid in my own home, and it's very scary. Douglas County is not supposed to have this stuff happen.
It's been a tough week for this community, to say the least. They're hoping the person responsible is caught as soon as possible.
I'm glad the kids are safe. I trust our Douglas County Sheriff in our schools, but it's still a scary thought, and the fact that we really don't know much about anything.
That's not like our area. No. This is small town America.
And two of the residents that you just heard from were also friends with Connie Koontz. She was the first victim in this case. They said that she was a kind lady who greeted everyone with a smile. You'll hear more from them coming up tonight at 5 o'clock. Covering the big story live in Gardnerville, Paul Nelson, 2 News.
All right, Paul, thank you. We know residents still have a lot of questions regarding these crimes.
So we will be following this case closely, and we will provide the latest details as soon as we learn them. When we are not on the air, be sure to follow us online and stay on our app as well to stay up to date.